Garbage. That guy doo-doo with a capital ooh.
Welcome to Our Thoughts, Your Thoughts, a
Hey,
show
what's up, y'all?
where we talk about things you want to talk about and then things you don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
So today, Jet and I got beef. Jet tells me that I should be prepared for the show every time, that I should read all the articles that he sends me. And I said, you're not my dad. You don't tell me what to do. And anyway,
Wow.
we have a really good show set up for you guys today.
This is how beef starts, though.
This is how beef starts. Yeah. Fake drama becomes real drama.
Hashtag Nicki Minaj.
So what's going on with that?
She's irrelevant to me right now. Anyways.
Yo, her Queen album and stuff is flopping like crazy.
Well, she's number 2. But if was it Ricky Bobby said, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
So
like the what do you call it? The standard, right?
yeah.
Like everybody's falling in love with Cardi B now, yo.
Yeah.
Cardi B can't do no wrong.
No, she cannot. That is very, very true.
Okay.
Like, what is that?
Yo, that's awesome. It's like great ad libs and great marketing.
I get it. Sorry. That's my fault, guys.
Yeah. So, guys, I want to talk to you guys real quick about my trip to California
Please do.
and San Francisco, the city where you feel like you should be.
Yes.
And, dude, it was great, but I packed with all sorts of shorts and t-shirts and didn't realize that it was going to be cold. As soon as I got off the plane, like getting off the plane, they announced that the weather is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not too familiar with that type of like weather.
Darn Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But I'm like 66. That kind of sounds a little cool. And the clothes that I came in with my hoodie and my pants, is a clothes that I kept for 4 days straight. So if you go on my Instagram, you'll see all my pictures are is me wearing a burgundy hoodie. It wasn't the same day, guys. It was different days.
It was just because it was that cold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So anyway, we have a really packed show, but look at these packed goodness.
Those are some pecan butter tart squares from Vanessa Reno of Manja Cakes.
Dope.
So shout out to Vanessa. We will share her page on our page after the show because my goodness.
Yeah, they look good, man.
I'm about to go into diabetic coma just looking at them.
You guys want to share a couple of pieces with us? Yes? No?
Nope.
The studio audience are acting very bougie right now.
Come on, y'all. Don't be so bougie.
So what we got planned out for the show today?
So, you know what? Let's go right away. Let's go with the tips of the week. And then we'll go into some song of the week. Songs of the week. So let's go with tip of the week first.
Tip of the week. Always be prepared, even if everybody thinks that you're not.
Is there a story behind that?
Yeah.
So
Jet tells me what to do.
Oh my god.
Jet tells me what to do. I'm prepared, Jet. My way.
Yo, you feeling some type of way today?
No. So, but for real though, I want to share a quick anecdote with you.
Okay, go for it.
You know, the myth behind Batman is he's just a regular dude with no superpowers, right? Besides, like, having all the money in
Millions
the world.
of dollars.
Which is a pretty good superpower. Yeah. But they say what makes Batman special is his ability to plan. Yeah. Give him enough time to plan, and he could overcome and beat anybody.
Okay, fair enough.
So planning, yo.
Okay, I like it. Be prepared.
So what's your tip?
My tip of the week is, what is it? That's just a fluff from the paper. My tip of the week. What is my tip of the week?
My tip to you is you should grab a piece of those.
Yo, my tip of the week is don't tell your boy what to do because he might end up being upset with you.
Yeah. You know what? All jokes aside, you're my man. You take care of things, and I appreciate it.
You're my dude. You're my dude. You're my dude.
Really, don't take advantage of your friends and don't tell them what to do.
Yo, click the like button if you got a dude that you're down with, like my boy Rob here. He's my dude. He's my dude. We drive each other crazy all the time, but that's just part of the dynamic.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys share the show because we got some really good conversation starters about to go down. So those are our tips of the week. What is your song of the week? Or songs.
Songs, yeah.
It's always songs.
I know you said that I had it, but I just want to mention it, but it's not. I just want to mention it. Is International Players Ball by UGK,
Dope song.
Pimp C, Under 3000, Outkast, Big Boy. Yeah. I love that song.
That song is amazing.
Yeah. But Smell of Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Smells like Teen Spirit?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that, you know what? That once again goes back to... Remember I was saying a couple of weeks ago that there are some musical acts that get a pass from black people? Like, Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit, like...
And waits for my second song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't know a black person that doesn't like Smells Like Teen Spirit. I don't know what it is. Yo, how good is that? It's serious. You went quiet on me, so I figured.
Dude, I've been looking at it. I'm like, why am I waiting to take a bite?
Fair enough. For those of you just signing in now, we got some pecan butter tart squares from Manja Cake. Shout out to Vanessa Reno. We'll put her information on the page after the show. But, man, these do look amazing.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
Dope.
Yeah.
So, my song of the week, I'm really feeling this song by Her. This artist called Her. You don't know?
No.
Capital H dot, capital E dot, capital R. She's amazing. She needs to blow up real quick. But she has a song with Bryson Tiller right now called Could Have Been.
Who's Bryson Tiller?
Man, where you been?
Okay.
Come on, man. Dang.
How does it go?
I don't know.
What is it about?
I don't know. Check the playlist. You'll find out. Yeah. Yo, we got some good examples here. We got Gossip Folk by Missy Elliott from the people watching.
Gossip Folk?
Yeah. Gossip Folk from Missy Elliott.
Is that new?
Bum, 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 bum. With Ludacris.
Burberry
Cologne.
I listened to that song this week.
There you go.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We also got Smile by Gregory Porter. I like anything by Gregory Porter. Shout out to my boy J Mike. And
what's up, J Mike?
And then Gerald David Moore, Feelings, but by who? Feelings by who? Tell us by who, Gerald. Dave, sorry, Gerald. It's his Facebook name. Dave. Shout out to Ty Louie, just joined. Okay, so go ahead, go for it. Please go for it.
Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Okay.
What was the name of the song?
Under the Bridge.
Under the Bridge?
I think it's Under the Bridge.
Under the Bridge.
Yeah, Under the Bridge.
Under the Bridge. Like, I don't know why, every time I hear that song, right away I just want tears to come out. I don't even know if the song is sad or not, but I just want tears to come out. Because it speaks to me so emotionally. Like, it's such a slow, like, sad feeling song.
Yeah.
But it's pretty dope, man.
Dope.
I really like it. Sometimes I feel like blah, 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 blah.
See, I agree with you. I like artists that emote. Like,
Yeah.
when you sing, you're like, yo, who hurt you? Like, those are the type of artists I like. Oh, and Dave is saying that Her has a track with his son, Maurice Moore. Shout out to Maurice Moore, doing big things down south. It's going to be on her next album.
Dope.
I see what you did there. Going to be on her next album. You're a genius, Dave. You're a genius. Oh, man. So, talking about songs of the week, we have to.
What's your second song?
I only had one. You know what? I'll say Mary Jane by Rick James.
Okay. Yeah.
Mary Jane! For no particular reason. Hashtag October 17th. But, speaking of songs of the week, we would be remiss if we did not mention the passing of Aretha Franklin. So shout out to the Queen of Soul.
Yeah, shout out to the Queen of Soul.
And, yo, I didn't know, man. Like, she's got some accolades, bro. Like, first woman in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's had 73 top 100 hits on Billboard. That's insane. I don't know who's gonna touch that. Maybe Beyonce, maybe those type of people. But man, but the big thing with Aretha Franklin is that they said that she had like a unique voice, right? Like
powerful voice.
Powerful voice. So the question I ask you, in the game right now, okay, if you take everything as a whole, powerful, creative, all that good stuff, who would you say has, as a female, has the dopest voice in the game right now?
Shoot, that's a good one, man.
I don't know, man, because it makes you think, right? Who she pass the torch to?
You know who I like, but she's not relevant anymore. I just love her voice. Is Marie.
Yeah, she was dope.
Yeah, I loved her voice. But in terms of like current artists, I don't even think like singing is a thing anymore. Like it's more about like gimmicks and stuff, right? I don't know. Like I can't stand Rihanna. She has that, like I said before, that Keith Sweat whining voice. Yeah. Like, dude, I tried listening to a Rihanna album. It just drove me insane, man. It's like you have to consume her in doses. You can't just like listen to the whole thing.
Agreed.
And I think Beyonce's voice is nice, but limited. Like she sounds like I don't know, like a sheep. Like it just trembles, like it shakes a lot. Like I don't know, man. Who would you say?
Well, Ty Lewis sang Adele.
Adele was good.
Adele's good. Her voice is amazing. Oh, Reggie sang Adele as well. Oh, Alicia Keys keeps it 100. You know what? There's a lot of people.
Shout out to the No Makeup crew. No makeup movement.
Crew, no makeup movement.
Put on some makeup, please.
Oh dear. You know what? There's a lot of people out there, like some that I can't stand, but their voices are on point. Like
Christina
Aguilera, man. Her voice is ridiculous.
Lady Gaga has a voice.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. She can sing. When she's not doing those like grimas, like she can sing.
So for those of you guys who don't know what grimas is, can you explain it to them?
Kind of like just foolishness, just all around foolishness. You know whose voice is incredible, but like I feel like I'm watching like a teeny bopper. Ariana Grande. Like she could sing her booty off, man.
There's like a lot of Ariana Grandes. I can't tell who's who.
But you could tell with her.
There's Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato's pretty good too, but
to me they're like the same person, man.
Well, yeah, but this one she literally looks like she's 11 years old. Yes, there's Celine, but I don't know.
Celine is like.
I won't say anything about Celine because someone will write a letter to us and we might get canceled. Like
if you're already in the Hall of Fame, you don't count.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Titanic sucked, but it's okay. So, but that song was the best part of the movie, though. I'll give you that much. But if I had to say, I'd probably say, like I said, Ariana Grande, Beyonce, obviously, like her voice is dope. But I mean,
her voice is not like
no, it's good.
No.
I know. That's why I'm saying like her voice is good. But Adele could like. Like she's like a soul sucker. Like when she sings, you're just like
Susan Doyle.
Boyle?
No,
she has one song, bro. She's got one song.
I'm talking about voice. Like,
yeah,
that's what you said.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess no. I agree. Fine. Oh man. Ty Louis said the guy hitting the propeller was the best part. What Titanic?
Oh.
I agree.
So Ty has a twisted sense of humor for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I told you guys, but this is delicious.
This is unbelievable.
Did you guys try it yet? It's really good. It's really
unbelievable.
So I want to say hi to my cousin in the back, trying to hide.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in like 50 years or something like that. Shout out to Melinda Sweets. I try to trick her into coming on the show tonight. She said, "Yeah, I'll come on. I'm just gonna sit on the other side of the TV."
Cause he fooled you. Yo, Schiller, how you gonna say Whitney Houston, man? She's not even alive anymore, bro.
Oh, I think Schiller knows exactly what he's doing.
Schiller's that guy.
Yo, so Schiller, when are you gonna come through, man? when are you gonna come on the show?
When he gets his passport so he can leave the West End. This freaking guy. Jokes and ah, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's crazy, man. So, you know what? Nah, we can move on from that.
So,
but once again, rest in peace, Aretha Franklin.
Like, I'm just thinking, based on the music awards that just happened, who won that has a voice?
I didn't watch the awards.
Okay.
Ooh, Jennifer Hudson. That's true.
Yeah,
Jennifer Hudson sang.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard about this, and I want to know because this just happened like yesterday. But yesterday, Madonna was chosen to pay tribute to Aretha Franklin. Essentially, it was Madonna talking about herself for 6 minutes, and then saying, "Then I used an Aretha Franklin song, and it was a launching pad for my career." What the heck?
Wow.
First of all, I'm not even mad at Madonna. I'm mad at whoever okayed her being the one to give a tribute to Aretha Franklin. Like, they couldn't find, I don't know, Quincy Jones, Clive Davis, somebody who actually worked with her, somebody. That was the most foolish thing I have ever seen.
I don't see the link between Aretha Franklin and Madonna at all.
So Kara and I were talking earlier. We're like, "Yo, it looks like Madonna like blackmailed someone at the VMAs because they just keep inviting her back, looking like Skeletor. Like it doesn't make any sense."
Her skin is like melting.
That's what I'm saying.
Looking like Red Skull.
Like, how do you have an award ceremony where you have what's that Asian group? B2 KK B2 whatever whatever. Anyway, the pop group from Korea.
Yeah.
And then you got like the Cardi B's of the world. You got all these new people, and then you got Madonna. Talk about irrelevant. That's like saying, BB King. Well, not even BB King. Like, let's just say
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. But I'm talking about like let's on the flip side, right? Like who passed? Like they had her to pay tribute to Prince too. Didn't make a lick of sense, man. That's ridiculous, man. Anyway. I just thought that was ridiculous. Let us know what you guys are thinking too, because I don't know if it's just BTS. That's the name of the group. I don't know if it's just me, but I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree, man.
And people. There was jokes because people were tweeting that Travis Scott gave Aretha Franklin a bigger tribute than Madonna, and all he said was "Rest in peace." That's all.
Wow.
That's all he said.
Wow.
So anyway, man, that's crazy. So. Moving on. Let's get into some of these topics, people. Make sure to share the show. Click the like button because these topics are going to get interesting nonetheless. So, on this show, for sure, we've talked about Barbecue Becky. And we've talked about some other people who have been calling 911 on black folk for no reason. A story just came out that there was a New York State governor or senator, I can't remember which one, but someone called 911 on him while he was handing out flyers. So now he has now proposed a bill to pass that it's criminal to call 911 on colored folk for no reason.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be a hard bill to pass.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, how do you enforce that? How do you, like, what would be the laws and stuff, right? The specifics.
It would be subjective. Like if the police officer gets there and he's like, "Don't call me with that bullshit," then you'd know that, and he would give them a citation.
Yeah, they deserve that.
They deserve a citation.
Like to dispatch the police.
Yeah,
because that costs money, man.
Exactly.
And also, like, there's other crimes that's being committed that are not being attended to, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I think it reminds me of that guy in the airport that got into the altercation with the police.
Oh my God.
He's like, "Don't treat me like..."
No. My favorite part of that video is when he goes, "Oh my God. Oh my God." His voice was so high pitched. I was like, "Is this the same video?"
Yeah.
Like, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
Yeah. But he was scared. He thought being some sort of high-level executive was going to help him out.
Isn't that white privilege?
Privilege.
Yeah.
And what he said when he was on the ground, he's gonna treat me like a black person. Like, whoa.
That spoke volumes.
Yeah,
that spoke volumes.
That's sad, man.
That's almost like he was saying, like, you're not treating me like a human. Oh. That's essentially what he was trying to say. Tell me I'm lying. Anyway, I didn't want to make you upset for the rest of the show, but it is what it is. Two points. Ty Louis said the whole calling 911 here in Canada, where we seem to make sense more than our neighbors, is called public mischief. So there's actually there's already a name for it, right? And then J Mike, you reminded me of something, J Mike, I had completely forgotten. Fox News paid tribute to Aretha Franklin, and in the background they put a picture of Patti LaBelle.
Oh, I think those things are done on purpose.
They have to be.
Yeah, they're done on purpose. They're not done by incompetence.
Well, it is Fox. Well, remember, it's not done by incompetence, but Fox is the only news that isn't fake news, according to Agent Orange. Anyhow, do let's keep it moving.
According to 8 hours of TV watching, right?
Foolishness. Anyhow, next up, so I was reading up on this and I didn't realize this. So Hank Azaria, who does the voice of Apu, he came out and spoke about there was a comedian who put like a documentary together or something like that, and he was saying how he hated Apu on The Simpsons because it created like a stereotype, a negative stereotype, which resulted in like people getting bullied and stuff like that. And Hank Azaria was like, yo, I didn't know it was that bad. You know what I mean? But
doesn't that go back to privilege?
Perhaps. Mm-hmm. Perhaps. But at the same time, I don't know. To me, yes, I think that it's not cool in terms of stereotypes. But let's just think about who has one of the most successful shows like in North America right now. Family Guy. And their shtick is making fun of everyone. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, we almost talked about this the other day. Comedy makes fun of everyone, right? Because at the same time, let's think of The Simpsons. The Simpsons, the guy's yellow, which is supposed to be like Caucasian, I guess, for that show. The biggest fool on the show is Homer. So, are they not really making fun of everyone? And it's one of those things where comedy is supposed to like make fun of everything to kind of like take the ugly out of the world for at least 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So I understand where they're coming from, but I think it still also plays into the whole. If they weren't.
Excuse me. We have a show going on. You guys are so loud
about it because I'm not really sure. Like I'm on the fence because it also plays into that whole like are we too like sensitive about certain things? Like
you know what? Okay, maybe we might be too sensitive about certain things, but at the same time, being sensitive about something and it doesn't affect you is one thing, but being affected on a daily and being bullied, being beat up, being called names, being discriminated against because of those things, I'm not sure if I would say that's being sensitive about it.
Well, that's why I'm putting it out there. I'm wondering if people feel like it's sensitive. Like I said, to me, I can't say because I'm not East Indian, so I can't say how I would feel about it. So maybe
but you're black.
Yeah, exactly.
You're black, so you might have a good idea of how it feels like to be cartoon. There's a word for that. It's not coming in my mind, but caricature and discriminated based solely on your color and your features, and even your accent at times. Right? It's not. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's fair, but I'm not sure if it's the comedian's fault or the general population's fault for not knowing the difference between comedy and real life, and not being able to make a clear distinction between real life and what's going on on stage, right?
Yeah,
like what's going on stage is just that it's a comedic representation of what's going on. Right, but if it's overdone, then it starts to become reality. Right,
I guess because I mean at the same time, like I said, like I'm a huge Family Guy fan, right? And I feel like the thing I appreciate about Seth MacFarlane as a creator of Family Guy, like everybody gets it. You know what I mean? Not everybody in the world understands. I mean everybody gets it in the sense that like he'll make fun of white people. He'll make fun of black people. He'll make fun of Asians. So like he plays to the fact that people stereotypes, just to make it funny. So that's why I'm saying, like, where does the line kind of?
You know, for me, one of the major differences between Family Guy and The Simpsons, The Simpsons does that, but it does it in a more coy manner. But the demographic of the audience has a lot more kids in it.
That's
so
true.
Kids might grow up thinking that's what things are. That's how things are, and that's how they should expect it.
True.
But in Family Guy, when you watch, you expect it to be like over the top because you have because of the demographic. You have a better understanding of the world. You know that this is not 100% real. You know it's just amplification of it, right?
True.
So
True.
I think it's a little bit more dangerous with The Simpsons, like, but in doing that for like 30 or 40 years, right? Like I haven't, to be honest with you, Jet, because I went mostly to French school growing up. I haven't met like an Indian person till like college.
Yeah.
So, what do you think my biases were? All I know about Indians is what I see on TV.
So does that mean that? Okay, so here's my question too. So if it's coming,
how many questions you got, man?
Yo, you feeling like this is an interrogation?
Yo,
like no, like is it okay? Does that mean that it's okay if it's the person makes fun of it if it's their race? I guess it's okay because what happened to just pop into my mind was, excuse me, Russell Peters. Like he pokes fun at it, you know what I mean? But nobody says, "Oh, well, you're painting this negative image of us." Just like when, for example, when Sugar Sammy talks about Haitians, like we went to his show, you remember?
Yeah.
And he's like, when Haitians are like, "Yo, man, what's bad, man? Yo, what's up, fair, man?" You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
we didn't go like, "Yo, that's a stereotype." Like, we just kind of laughed.
But you know what? That's an awesome question, by the way. What I think it is like, is Russell Peters and Sugar Sammy's exposure to those cultures.
Yeah.
Like they're not necessarily like black Africans, but Sugar Sammy has been around. Like I could tell he's been around Haitians. He knows, like, what he's saying are not just stereotypes.
So does that make it okay?
Well, I can relate to it,
Okay.
And I'm gonna laugh.
Okay.
But when it's like, I feel like when it's just somebody repeating certain things or mocking someone else that they have no idea what they are, like that's why I'm not surprised that the guy who does the voices was surprised that there's so much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he was really, really, really,
Yeah, like those caricatures that he's doing, those are dating back from like
that's true.
like colonial days, man.
That's true.
Which is scary.
That's true.
Anyway,
Well, Chef Henry's saying TV and stage is just a comedy break where they make fun of all stereotypes. Kids, dumb people, and racist people don't get it, that it's not real life. And yes, everyone thinks it's okay if the person making fun is the same race.
so what I gotta say to that is, kids and dumb people, especially those two segments, all think that they're smart and they know everything. So that's dangerous.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyways, moving right along.
So, moving on. Click the like button, everybody. Okay, this topic I found very interesting. Okay, so there's a DB who plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay,
That's a football player, by the way. A DB is a defensive back. I can't assume that people know what football is.
all right. A football player named Jalen Ramsey. He recently had an article in GQ magazine. Okay, so it was a very interesting article. He touched on a lot of things. He talked about the kneeling. He talked about Colin Kaepernick, but the big thing that everyone's been talking about, and shout out to Nicole because her son plays with him, so that's why she's throwing all those thumbs up. He came out and they asked him, "What do you think about these different quarterbacks in the league?" And this dude is unapologetic, which I loved. And the thing is, he's one of the best players at his position in the league. And they asked him about this
He's first of all, he's on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So he's coming with biases anyway.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing: he was very honest in the sense that he was like, this quarterback, no, he sucks. This quarterback's garbage. This guy's trash. This guy's good. But then he said, yeah, that guy's good. That guy's good. That guy's good. So my question is, do you have an issue? Like, do you look down on players who trash talk?
Have you met me before? I encourage it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great, right? And the only thing is, you just have to be able to back it up. Now he's going to be a target.
Mm-hmm.
Whole teams, whole squads are gonna look to hurt this kid, and he's gonna have to go out there and perform 2 or 3 times harder than he's done before, right? But which is great. It puts him on a pedestal. It brings more attention to him. But I like the idea of trash talking. Yeah. That means you're having a lot of fun. It's when you're on the sideline, being a sourpuss or not performing. That's not good. But if you're trash talking, that means you're doing something good, and you've put in a lot of work to get there. Like I remember playing basketball on the like in the streets, like street ball. Street ball is like 80% trash talk, and like 10% play, and then the other 10% is like sweat. But like, if you can't handle the trash talking, you shouldn't even be playing any sport.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's so much mental warfare going on with sports, man.
Yeah. But the thing is, the thing that people don't realize, like, I think trash talk is good if you back it up. If you doo-doo and you just keep talking, it's like someone who's like a MMA fighter or a boxer, and you're like, yeah, that guy doo-doo. Like when Stivern went and fought that dude, and it was just the boxer, and he just kept talking and then got knocked out in the second round. Like, this guy's one of the top, and the thing is, he backed it up. Like, they showed, okay, let's see if his points are valid, and they showed his stats against those quarterbacks that he criticized, and like, he shut them down.
So it wasn't an emotional response,
and that's what I loved. Like, everything he was saying was like mad honest. And the thing is, yes, people are like, oh, like, are you putting more pressure on yourself? No, guys like that who trash talk like that, I feel like they will elevate their game now, because they're like, yeah, I said you suck. Come at me now. Come at me.
Interesting.
And you know what was cool in that article? It showed it. Oh, Joel saying street ball, I would ruin you.
Yo.
Oh man.
Yo, you don't know? Listen, looks can kill, son. Looks can be deceiving. You know what? Joel, we gotta make that happen. Okay.
Just for the record, Joel's like he like 6'5". I'm just saying, just so that you're not shocked when you guys go play. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm just saying don't be shocked.
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
I've never been afraid of anybody, Jet. Okay? And I always come and I bring it.
Yo, why you guys so serious? Yo, just relax.
Yo, you're telling me the dude is bigger than me.
I'm just telling you.
You're trying to say that he's probably gonna, make me look bad or some way.
I didn't say anything.
Look, you're implying.
Whoa.
Okay, what?
Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say nothing.
You're implying. Well, then why'd you say he's like 6'5"?
Because I like to start shit.
Yo, whatever, man.
You know what? Nicole made a great point. She said there's been way bigger trash talkers before him, and they backed it up. And he will too. I 100% agree. Who's your favorite trash talker of all time?
Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Okay. I like Muhammad Ali, personally.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And you know what? I like Conor McGregor too. Because some of the stuff he pulls out, you're just like... But I like the guy he's going against, Khabib. I don't know if
it's trash talking.
It's the accent.
It's the accent.
It's the accent.
And the confidence.
Yes.
I don't think he's trash talking.
Yes.
And I think he means everything he says without any exaggeration in it.
Yeah.
But Conor, it's all exaggeration.
Oh, man.
Like,
Because, man, the stuff he says, I don't even, like you said, I don't even think it's trash talk. I think it's just, like you said, confidence, but it's just the way it comes out. It's what he believes. Like, it is what it is. Like, I remember watching an interview with him, and he's like, He's talking about Conor McGregor, and he's like, "You tell me if this makes sense." Beginning of year, he tap like chicken. End of year, he fight for title. I don't understand. So, yeah, the way he said it, I was freaking dying. And then even when he's like, you think Dana don't know what he's doing? Come on, man. That's number one bullshit. Like, I don't know if it's the accent. I don't know what it is. I think that might be it. Ooh, Deion Sanders is a good trash talker.
Yeah,
too.
he's good.
Yeah, yo, I don't know if you guys know this story about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, just to show you, it wasn't even trash talk. It was confidence. When he got picked, when he was getting drafted out of Florida State, when he went to interviews with different teams, he asked them. He said, "Y'all got a pick in the top 10?" And they're like, "Nah." And he's like, "Then why am I talking to you?" He's like, "I ain't gonna be around for you." And he just walked out. But I think he was like a top 3, top 5 pick, something like that. But man, he backed it up. He's arguably the best DB the game has ever seen. But man,
you know the thing with trash talking, I think the thing with some of the greatest trash talkers, one of the best skills that they have is information.
Yeah,
they have information. They know something that most people don't know.
The story of Adidon.
Hey. Listen, and Scorpion, not Scorpion, but that new album, what's it called?
Yeah, Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
He's still dissing Kanye and not really going at Pusha T.
Because he can't.
Hey, did I tell you? I haven't been able to listen to Scorpion because I still think the story it added on, like, had him.
It ruined him?
It ruined it for me. Like, I can't handle it.
Oh,
I can't, like, listen to... Scorpion yet because of that.
Funny. That's crazy. So we have a couple of things. Joel's saying, "Oh my God, I'm 6'3". Doesn't matter. I'm just stirring shit up. I'm just doing this.
Oh, how tall is he?
He's 6'3".
Okay.
So Kevin,
why is he surprised that he's 6'3"?
He's not. He's because I said he was 6'5".
Oh, okay.
Because I'm just stirring shit up. But
good. That means he's backing down.
Oh Lord, here we go. David Sanelus. Mm-hmm. He's saying Kevin Garnett, man had Melo waiting in the tunnels. I do remember that.
So what's the story?
Wasn't that because he was caught playing Lala, and then Kevin Garnett said a comment on the court about Lala, and then Melo was like hot about it.
Oh, wow.
So, but like you said, information.
Gary Payton.
Yep, someone said that too. Someone said Gary Payton too. Oof. That was cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. Yo, see, I started something, Joel, saying, "Rob, I will ruin you."
Yo, listen. You know what?
I love it. Yo,
what's the name?
Click the like button if you guys really want to see these two play, and we record it.
French Montana had a song that said, "I ain't worried about nothing." So, Joel's 6'3", butt down, yo.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, moving on. Yo, we're flying through this, man. This is good. So, very, very, very...
I take it offensively, Joel.
Kevin Garnett told Melo that Lala tasted like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh!
I do remember that.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm sorry. That's okay. He wins. He wins. He wins. I go tell the dude his girl tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
But that's not cool. Like, you're bringing in somebody's
story of Adidon
into it.
Story of Adidon.
I think it should stay on the court.
I wouldn't do it, but I will be entertained by it. That's all. Yeah. I get it. Hey, I'm not gonna say because he's saying he beat our boy Kenny. I don't remember that, so you have to confirm with Kenny. I cannot speak for him. All right.
What?
If he beat Kenny or not.
In what?
I was there, but it was high school, man. I don't remember. Anyway.
In basketball?
Yeah. Moving on.
Listen, you're old and you're holding on to things you did in high school. Yo,
like, is this
in high school? You was the man, you know what I mean?
Is this turning into a Dumpy freestyle story of Adidon situation?
My goodness.
Oh, man. So, okay, moving on. All right, fine.
Aishita.
Moving on. So, recently something very, very powerful and very interesting happened in Canada. The statue of Sir John A. Macdonald was removed from City Hall in BC. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was removed because he represented, basically the genocide and everything that happened in the first part of Canada with the Indigenous people, right? What are your thoughts on that?
Like, I think the further we go, like the further we progress, the more of these things will happen because our moral compass will change, and our threshold will also change, and our understanding will also change and evolve. But like, I think it's good to acknowledge these things, right? And I'm sure a lot of people will feel like, well, without him, there would be no Canada or what we have today, right? But maybe Canada would have happened regardless without him.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? But also, the type of pains and stuff that's happened, are you willing to celebrate that for what you have as well?
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about genocide, like killing off a whole heap of people for this, and also putting a statute to say, yo, like, we value you because of that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, imagine the people, some of the indigenous people who are still here walking by that statue and what it represents. Right? Like, I think it's important to acknowledge history, but also acknowledge history, like for what it is, and not just romanticize everything. Like, we gotta take the good and the bad. And to be honest with you, Jet, like, it'll be hard to find any sort of leader that hasn't done some dumb shit, some crazy stuff, man. Like, everybody has skeletons in the closet, and some people's skeletons are out there, roaming the street. But I don't know, man. I think it'll be hard to find somebody at that stature that hasn't committed any major crimes.
Yeah. So Chef Henry's saying, my question in all this, that are people that are upset at what he did, are they all burning their $10 bills?
Yeah, but maybe we can request to change it, right?
Perhaps. And then Ty Lewis says, I'll take your $10 bills if you don't want anything to do with him. So,
Ty Lewis gangster.
But here, you know what? The biggest thing I got out of this, yes, it's acknowledging a part of history, but did anyone else notice how this is like a perfect parallel of what happened in Charleston, South Carolina? Did you notice how there were not like tiki torching bearing people in Canada? Like, it went down and Canadians were like, yeah, it was wrong, let's take a statue down. I'm sure some people were like, hey, but they weren't like marching on at City Hall with tiki torches saying keep him up. Like, I thought it was just a perfect parallel.
But you know what we do well as Canadians, and it's what makes some of us feel like, oh, Canada is kind of like not on par with other major countries, is our neutrality and our grayness. It's like being able to make rational decisions based on information, not just based on emotions. Like, we're not just making decisions on propaganda or what he says, she say. The thing that makes democracy work and in a country work is how well educated the people are and how much they know about what's going on. The least you know, the easier you'll be. They'll be able to sway you and make really irrational decisions. How much of a mob mentality do we have in Canada? We don't have that as much as other countries might have.
That's true. So we have some interesting topics, comments here. So Joel is saying, seriously, what is this convo? We stole more than land from the indigenous. Yeah, that's true. They stole a lot more from, and we'll get into that right after. And Nicole, who is of native descent, also said it's just like Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate it. Okay? Which leads me into our next point. Okay? So the federal government has tabled the idea of making another statutory holiday to mark what happened with residential schools. What are your thoughts on that? I'd really like to know what Nicole and Joel have to say on this, but what are your thoughts on that? Like, having it be a statutory holiday.
Like, I don't know. That stuff, when it comes to kids, really gets to me. I think the idea of acknowledging it is really good and bringing attention to it, right? Is really good. But also having the idea of celebrating it and having it become just a celebration over time without people really understanding is also kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Like eventually that's what it will become. It's just another holiday, right? But I do feel like dedicating a day may not be enough. I think a lot more needs to be done so things like that don't keep happening, right?
Yeah. Well, Ty Louie made an interesting point. He said the ironic thing about this holiday is only the government employees get it off.
What?
And Joel said it too. Like it's a joke holiday because most of the people that are taking that day off, it's not like they're telling them, hey, you have the day off from work. You have to go to a classroom and learn about residential schools all day.
Yeah,
they're just taking the day off. They're just gonna be like, hey, well, I have a long weekend. Yeah. They're not gonna. They're using it.
Yes.
For the wrong reasons. I'm not saying everyone would. Some people may actually want to educate themselves about it because of the atrocities and learning about it. But some people will just take it for that. Like, it's like an atheist taking like having a Christmas holiday. Yeah. Like they get it off, but it's like they don't care. It's a day off.
But you know what? That was a really bad analogy, by the way. But anyways,
how's that a bad analogy?
So
how's that a bad analogy?
Let me finish my point.
But how's
so the good thing about having the holiday is maybe it's not set for us, adults and older people. Maybe it's set for our children, like the 4 and 5 year old, the 8-year-olds who are still curious to know, why, who ask questions, say why is this a holiday? Because my kids still ask questions like that, right? Like why do we have it? So, and I'm hoping that the schools will have activities and workshops leading to those days to help kids. Because I still remember some of the stuff that I learned in school about certain topics, certain holidays, right? I think that's the important thing is bringing attention to it.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's not for us old dogs, but it's more for the new kids coming up.
Yeah.
To make sure these things don't happen.
No, I agree. But so instead of making it a holiday, it should be part of the curriculum.
Yeah, but it's probably part of the curriculum right now.
Residential schools?
I don't
remember touching that at school.
Probably. Dude, you're not in like grade 3 right now. You're like old, okay? So like
fair enough. Things may have changed, maybe.
Yeah, I think so, but well, no. I'm really saying I'm hoping. Because like
I get it.
Bringing attention to it is really important. Like and that whole idea of mental health comes into it. You know, like dude, you know how privileged we are that we're not being taken away from our parents and being sent to some distant land that you don't know and being educated in a certain way and being mistreated. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Hence, guys, check out my Instagram at Color of Thinking. I just posted something this morning about that.
A story or a feed?
Just in my feed.
Oh, no, I saw it. Okay.
Yeah, in my feed.
Okay. Cool.
I saw that when I was in California, and it talks about, you know, one of the worst thing that can happen is the smell of people's dreams being evaporated, and that's what's happening with the kids being deported and separated from their parents.
Yeah.
You know,
that's crazy.
Because they're coming here with a dream.
Well, because they've been told, like, from whatever circumstances they're coming from, that, you know, essentially, like, it's the land of milk and honey, and then they get there and they're like, yeah, we don't want you here. So it's like, what? Like,
yeah,
these are not the stories that we heard about.
And the residential schools are like, they're there to deprogram you from your culture,
of course,
from your roots, right? Without your roots, you can't grow.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You become numb, you know. So
they want us to learn like the specific parts of the history that they want us to learn.
Yeah.
So, first of all, Joel's saying, Jesus Rob, ball, September 10th. He's challenging you. Whatever you want to do with that, do what you wish. And Nicole Anku is saying, for me, if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, I'm fine with it. I prefer people to learn more about what we went through as slaves, the genocide we went through, why my people still don't have running water, why are my murdered sisters are still not found, on and on.
So thank you, Nicole, for bringing that up. And it's important not to lose sight of those things.
Yeah.
Because they become news headlines really quickly and evaporate very quickly as well. So it's good to have some sort of a reminder. Remind people, like maybe like having that date, some people might be inspired to do some sort of march or do something. So like those are some of the points I think that are important that this date might bring.
Absolutely. So, and it'd be interesting. I'd love to know, like, I'd love to speak to a teacher or something if they could maybe tell us, is this part of the curriculum at all? I'd love to know, and that's definitely something.
Kevin, Kevin.
We'll ask Kevin.
Yeah, we'll ask Kevin.
We'll ask.
We'll ask Kevin Kelly.
Alrighty, y'all. It's been a great show. We have one more topic we want to talk about.
Already?
Yeah, man. We're doing good for time. Okay. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
And trash talking on a feed about basketball. But once again,
Joel has no idea with his unisex name. Has no idea what he's getting himself into.
He wasn't ready. Oh man. So last topic. I just had to put this out there, okay? And yes, as parents, we can step up and teach as well. That's a very good point.
You know what? You know what? As parents, there's a lot riding on us, but damn, as parents, we're tired, yo. We're tired. Like, the day's long. You know, you gotta pick up after your kids. You gotta listen to their long stories about nothing. Like, we're tired, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, a rant. Okay, continue. Yo, okay. I'm sorry, I'll say this because I actually went on a rant with my kids today too, because I was like, "Yo, why don't you just take a nap?" Okay. And then they're like, "We don't want a nap because you guys never take a nap." I'm like, "You think it's because I don't want to take a nap? I want to take a nap. You know why I don't take a nap? Because I'm usually folding your clothes, making you food, cleaning up after you. That's why I can't sleep, and I'm tired. I'm tired."
Yo, Ty, you struck a chord here, man.
And then my 3-year-old's like, "Why are you mad, Daddy?" Oh man, that's jokes, man. But
yeah,
I would love to know from you. So I was watching TV with my wife the other day, and we love watching shows that are train wrecks. Okay.
Oh, I can't do that.
Okay, just because sometimes you just gotta shut your brain off. Okay, so we were watching Bachelor in Paradise. Okay, which is just
it's so random.
Basically, yeah, I know. So basically, it's like The Bachelor, but they just take all of the Bachelor rejects. Okay, their words, not mine. They take all the Bachelor rejects and they put them on an island and they say, "Go play and give us drama," essentially. And at the end of this, you might leave with, someone proposing to you after being on an island for 3 weeks. So when you see these type of shows, the conversation we were having was, do you not think that those type of shows just like skew people's perceptions of like what relationships are supposed to be?
Oh, big time. Like things are supposed to happen a certain way. People are supposed to say certain things.
I just drooled.
Gross. That's so nasty. But generally, I think anything that has to do with media skews our perception of how life should be. Like, it's just Instagram, you know? Like, everything is awesome on Instagram. But, like, they don't show those girls that look fly, like, farting and being nasty. Like, because that happens, But, like relationships are always perfect on Instagram. But it's not true, man. Like seeing those things on TV or on media, I don't think it's a good thing I think you should just get out and do real things, yo.
Yeah.
Generally.
Well, it's funny because they say it's crazy.
Swipe left.
Well, I was gonna say they're saying it's crazy how they say social media is supposed to bring us together, but everybody is more lonely than ever before.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of crazy. But the reason I was watching this too.
Look at you rhyming and stuff, man.
Didn't even notice. Oh.
You quicker than you think.
Yo.
Yeah.
Is it the eye or the hand? Which one?
Anyways, what were you saying?
Anyway, so what I was saying was it's crazy when you watch those shows because, like, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, like for example, there's a girl who's like hung up on this one guy. Okay, she went on one date with the guy outside of the show. The guy came back on the show after being on one of those other bachelor shows trying to get another girl, and then he told the other girl, "I love you." So then he comes to this show, and then the girl's like, "Oh, I hope he's here." You went on one date with the dude, one, and he went on another show, and then when he comes back, they go on a date, they make out, whatever, and the guy's like, "Yeah, she knows where I stand, like that, you know, I'm open." And then they flip to her, and she's like, "Yeah, like he knows that, you know, we're all in." And I'm like, people like the thing that's crazy is that tell me you've never spoken to a girl that said the exact same thing.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying, like, it's so skewed the way they show relationships. Like, yeah. I'm thinking there's no way people could really be like that. But then you think about it, you're like, yo, some people are really like that. Like, one date and they're like, yo, I found the one. But yeah. It's like, that's like when people say, you know, I never dated her, she dated me. Or vice versa. No, but it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
So, like, these shows don't help. And on top of that, it's just people. They don't take, like, regular people. Like, they don't take people who are out of shape, looking for love. Like, they just take, like, the fittest people.
Who are mentally unstable.
Or mentally unstable. But then, what's funny is, you know that when people are watching this, they're going to be like, yo, if these beautiful people are having trouble with finding relationships, what the heck am I doing?
How depressing is that?
It's depressing as hell.
Yeah, you know, where do you think all this anxiety is coming from? All the depression is like, it's set up with really bad expectations that we set for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's looking at what other people have and wanting to have that too. It's like we're doomed to fail, right? Mm. So what you do is you just turn off and you go out and you live and you meet real people. And you fail again, and then you try again, and then you might succeed and experiencing something real and having real experiences. But looking at that and that being your benchmark, that sucks. My benchmark for a successful relationship is what my parents had. And I think it's helped me a lot. I think it's helped my relationship. It's helped my relationship with my kids anyway. Mm-hmm. And with Kara, do well. But if I thought that, oh, I'm 35, I need to be married with the next stranger who's gonna be a millionaire, who's gonna be fit, who used to play for like the Dolphins and all that stuff. Like, dude, you're gonna die old, and like your breasts are gonna be all sagging and stuff, man. Like,
it's true.
It's horrible.
But well, the thing is too, people are also they base a lot of things on emotion.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why even now, like, divorce rates, what, 52, 53, 54%, because a lot of it is just like, anyway, you know my feelings about it. I just say a lot of it has to do with that good, right? but a lot of it has to do with that good. But a lot of people get married and they're just like, I love him in that moment. And one of the things that I remember my mom gave me advice. And this is before I was with Tess. This is before, like, getting into serious relationships. She's like, you need to understand something. Relationships are more than love. You don't just love someone, like, from an emotional standpoint. You learn to love somebody. You know, flaws, strengths, all that good stuff. Like, the stuff that will drive you crazy. Because if you think that you're going to be in a relationship with someone and they're not going to change, they're not going to, you know, have their point of view change on different things, and you know, that physically you guys aren't going to change and all that other stuff, and then kids aren't going to change the dynamic and things like that. Man, you are just so out to left field, it's not even funny.
So you do what I did. What I did is, when I met Kara, I told her, I'm not a nice guy. I'm an asshole. So I'm an asshole right now, so you know, and you could see that. I don't want you to say later on, oh, he's changed. Mm-hmm. No, I was like that from the beginning.
Well, no, but you know what? Isn't that... No, but you have you ever heard that cliche where they say men marry women thinking they won't change, women marry men thinking they will change,
yeah.
And then everybody just in between just knock heads? Because it's like, why are you yelling at me? You weren't yelling at me when we were dating. And it's like, well, you weren't a slob like this, or I didn't see this coming. It happens.
It's true. Women are a bunch of Captain Savers, huh?
They see potential.
They
see potential.
Yeah.
So, a few interesting comments. Joel says, I've been married for 14 years. You learn
to lose on the court.
You learn to lose. Oh, Lord. And then Trudy Hare. Yeah, that's a new fan. Shout out to Trudy. In my mind, relationships to me are about knowing what you want and need. And then she says, what is good?
If you're asking that question, you need to figure things out, man.
Okay. Wait. Trudy. We're laughing with you because it is kind of funny. Nobody. Oh my God.
Oh,
Mark,
mama.
You saw
Mark White says
that's my boy.
Treat him in every couple of years.
Wow. You are insane.
Yeah.
But sorry, Trudy.
Oh, that's like what Toronto's doing. Anyway, so go ahead.
Wow. So, Trudy, that good is when you are, how do I say this politically correctly? Is when
you have a 5-star plumber at the house.
Pretty much.
Give me my props.
You have a 5-star plumber at your house.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what the good is.
It's that good. I just like saying good.
Look at Trudy. She's happy about that.
And then Mark says, kidding. Been with mine for 14 years.
Not anymore. Not after that comment.
Our thoughts, your thoughts. Do not subscribe to that type of thinking. We're just going to put that out there. That's a disclaimer.
Because our wives are watching the show at
all times. Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for the show.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what? Thank you for getting this all set up and me not doing any research before. I love it, and I feel like it's good that I know things on the show. But I just wanted to let you know I started watching Luke Cage season 2.
I haven't watched it yet.
Have you watched season 1?
Season 1 I watched it.
Season 2 is on point. I've lost a night.
Oh, you've lost a night.
Yeah, I've lost a night. And being that I'm going to be 35 soon, the recovery is hard. Like, I can't just bounce back and do everything.
Netflix and chill is painful, bro.
Yeah, that's why I stay away from that. Like, when people tell me, oh, there's a new show, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to watch. Like, I watched the first episode of Power, and then I tapped out. I'm like, I don't know if I can get emotionally involved in that relationship.
You're like, I can't do it.
I can't do it. Yeah.
I can't do it.
I saw Angela's face. I'm like, nope.
Yo, if you meet her in real life, like, you might cuss her out. You might cuss her out. Yo, so shout out to Vanessa Reno of Manja Cakes. I don't know how this made it, but I feel like I'm gonna have a diabetic coma.
Yeah.
So these are some pecan. How do you say pecan?
Yeah, something like that.
Pecan butter tart squares from Manja Cake. Shout out to Vanessa Reno. What was your tip of the week?
I don't know. Plan
was your tip of the week. What was my tip of the week? It was very like drawn out and convoluted.
Something about me. Yeah.
Be prepared. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Don't get your friends mad.
Don't get your friends mad. Don't get your friends mad. And your songs of the week were
Smell Teen Spirit and Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, okay.
Season 2 of Our Thoughts, Your Thoughts playlist is on point.
Look for it on Spotify. Just click in Our Thoughts. That's the username. That's us. That's us and you guys. So we put whatever songs that you guys put on this comment section along with our songs.
Yeah.
And mine was Mary Jane by Rick James.
Yeah. Mary Jane.
And what was the other one? Oh, Could Have Been by Her featuring Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Trudy. Yo, Trudy just volunteered to make us some stuff.
Okay,
Trudy. Okay. We'll holla at you, Trudy. I promise you that. We will holla at you.
Yeah. Make sure it's that good.
Bum, 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 bum.
I want to thank our studio audience for coming through. Shout out, Melinda.
Shout out. Hey, and guys, make sure you share the show.
And Kara.
And guys, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you share the show. Please invite your friends to like the page because we put content on that all the time. And worst case scenario, you invite them. They don't accept the invitation. We keep these conversations to ourselves, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But help us out, make the community grow. We're now over 300, so this is getting good, y'all.
Just I want to point back on the last show with Henry Burst.
Yep.
Thank you, Hank, for coming on the show, for blessing us with your presence, and also being the judge, showing that Haitian patties are much, much, much better than Jamaican patties. Okay, so thank you for being such a great judge, unbiased judge.
The party done. Peace out, y'all. And remember, you can, if you can't just watch the video in the next 24 to 48 hours, this is available as a podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. So check it out. Our thoughts, your thoughts on those two platforms.
Yo,
peace out.
Tell Joel.
Oh,
tell Joel that, dude, he has no idea what he's getting.
He can hear you. He can hear you.
Okay.
So Joel, you have no idea what you're gonna get. And also, last thing, you guys, you'll see that we're gonna post one of our artistic contributors, my nephew Mally Swaves. He has a silent auction going on with some fantastic pieces, and we will put that for you on the page. And we've already shared it on IG, so make sure you guys check it out. His stuff is primo, especially if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z and all of that good stuff. So make sure to shout out to him, share it, everything, and that's it, man. We out. Peace.
Yo, the promo is longer than the show.